Hello, citizens of YouTube. This is the Geeky Nerd here, and today we have something very special, very unique, and not commonly seen. The Brigand Arms AR-15 Handguard carbon fiber weave. This specific variation, the no-axe blade variation. So before we get into this little unique thing here, I'd like to send a big thank you out to everyone who has liked, commented, and subscribed on the previous videos. I always appreciate it and always enjoy talking to you guys. If you're new to the channel, enjoy this type of content, and enjoy the video you're seeing here, please consider liking, commenting, and or subscribing. And with the PR out the way, let's get into it. So, as I said, this is the Brigand Arms Carbon Fiber Weave Handguard. This model being the blade version. They have an edge, they have a blade, and a few other variations. The main distinction is the blade, in this case here, has the 45-degree kind of cut angle there, where the edge just has a flat front. This particular handguard itself is 15 inches, so a pretty standard length for a handguard, and this one in particular runs around 375, 380, sometimes up to about 400, which is definitely a lot for a handguard, but considering what you're getting, it's definitely something unique. Now, to get the long and short of it, right? Should you get this handguard? Is it better than sliced bread? Is it the next greatest lightweight? Not necessarily, no. You are saving weight. You are getting a very unique factor, but you're paying for it, and an arrow precision would serve you fine if you don't have the excessive disposable income to be able just to say, hey, I want something weird and unique. But considering we're the geeky nerd here, and I like the weird, unique type guns and all those type of things, that's why I got it. So that's the short answer. Now, why did I particularly get this one? Well, one is that it's very unique. As you see here, it is a full-length carbon fiber weave stretched out, almost think of it like a suspension cable bridge. Just by everything's weaved together, everything's kind of locked in place as carbon fiber, which carbon fiber by itself is very weak, but whenever you have it weaved, hardened in epoxy, and you're going basically cross grain, and it's able to leverage off one another instead of just singular strand, that's where it can get a lot of its strength. And from all the performance testing I've seen of this, all the SHOT Show videos, and just everyone generally using these, they seem to be as tough, if not tougher, than the standard 70-75 aluminum handguards. Now, that's not to say that this is going to potentially handle impact better, because aluminum will tend to chip off, dent, and kind of bend, to where carbon fiber under sudden abrasive impacts will splinter and potentially shear. But it is definitely a durable material. One use case example, if you're curious about this, think about carbon fiber arrows, like for a compound bow or crossbow. They are able to withstand the immense amount of force of being shot out, hit a target, hit a tree, hit a solid object, and still retain its form. And that's because it's hitting it directly on basically one of the strong points, right at that cross lateral section there. And so same principle here. Now, whenever you pick it up, you are generally surprised. Like, you feel all the weight is down here towards the end. Now, this is everything that comes with. It comes with this front little lip here on the edge, and then it comes with a steel barrel nut, pretty standard, with a separate spinning lock ring, to where once you thread this this barrel nut onto your upper receiver and then onto your barrel, you then basically use this to jam it against the handguard and get alignment. Now, you do have to get it somewhat aligned correctly, because it does have that 45-degree angle, and so that does make for it a bit tricky. You got to kind of figure out exactly where it fits and then turn and make sure it's locked up appropriately. And so with all that being said, there is one thing I've noticed, is that, and I've seen some reviews, is that on this one it isn't that bad. And here I'll see what you guys are talking about. Is you see how these two parallel, this is a very OCD type thing, these two parallel lines, mine lines up very well with the 45-degree. I have seen some reviews to where this doesn't line up perfectly, so when it's technically straight on this edge, this part is actually canted off to where they have a line, or it's partial in between, or what have you. And so when you get to the top of your upper rail section, it doesn't perfectly line up. And so some people have not liked that. Thankfully, mine appears to be all good in the correct orientation. Now, when you do grip the handguard, and squeeze with full grip strength, there is no give, there is no flex, there is no bend. You can kind of you could try to twist and bend and prod this. It isn't going anywhere. It's definitely very, very rigid for what it is. Here's some close-ups here of just showing the inside there. You can see some of the epoxy. Hope you guys are liking some of the new lights. I got some lights in the background. Should hopefully get some better angles of things. And here's some close-up of a carbon fiber weave. Again, you can't see it is woven together with that epoxy. And definitely gives again, a very unique look. Here's the end, that barrel nut. Start this off. Nice and easy. Standard barrel nut. You can see those threads there, and you can see that epoxy basically directly onto this aluminum red nut. So, and yeah, and especially in this form right here, I mean, it weighs next to nothing. Now, bringing something side-by-side comparison, obviously it's kind of an apple to oranges here, but just a standard Magpul grip, you know, I mean, whenever you're grabbing it, you know, you can, obviously it's not sealed together, but you know, it does have some deflection in there. Nothing wrong with this. I mean, gripping this feels the same as gripping that, with the exception of that being, I'd say comparatively between this standard carbon, I mean, this is about twice as heavy, no joke, with the aluminum insert here, as this 15-inch handguard. So that's telling you something there. Now, this, again, in my case here, I was going for a very robust but exotic build, but also being as lightweight as possible. And you guys are going to see some of the parts I'm throwing in this rifle, and I'll show you guys the completed rifle. It's just a little mini series here of a project. But I really wanted something that looked unique, looked different, and for the barrel that I picked, you'll kind of see why, is because this handguard being kind of a show-off, having a barrel to show off underneath it is also quite unique. So overall, would I recommend this purchase? If you want something unique, you want probably the lightest handguard I have ever felt. I'm not sure if it's the lightest one that's ever been made, but compared to every other aluminum handguard I feel like this definitely takes the cake. Even close to, I have felt a V7 Weapon Systems, one of their lithium ultralight handguards, and that is, I would say, even just a hair bit heavier than this at the same length of everything. And really, it's just this aluminum end cap that's adding most of the weight, believe it or not, I would say. To maybe put it into even more farther perspective, feeling in hand, obviously I have to get a precise scale. This barrel nut, I would say, is the steel barrel nut. It was just a hair heavier than the whole handguard. So take that for what you will, guys. But again, in closing, would I recommend this to everyone? No, but if you're looking for something exotic, looking for something unique, I would definitely say this is up there while being kind of hard to find and in stock, but be on the lookout for them. So look forward on the channel here to have basically seen this in a recent rifle build upcoming here, and I'm going to keep going into the full build, so be on the lookout for that, guys. Appreciate you guys watching this far if you have. Again, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. I really appreciate it. It really does help me, guys. And with that, I hope everyone is having a wonderful, awesome, fantastic day, and I'll catch you guys later. See you guys.